Well, Lisette, once again, thank you so much for participating with us. And before we get started about related the topic, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So I have been working in the mental health field for over 15 years, and the same amount, more or less, in the nonprofit field. I had my bachelor's in counseling and my master's in counseling and psychology. I'm a registered mental health intern, but I have decided that administration and management is what I like to do the most. So I have always directed myself in the management field of nonprofit organizations.
Awesome. And tell us a little bit about that experience. How did you get involved in the nonprofit sector? Was before like your bachelor's or how this passion came?
It was definitely before my bachelor's degree. I started working for the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club many, many months ago. And that's how I started a passion for nonprofit. Human services, social services field has always been my call. So I've always driven myself towards that path.
Awesome. Well, we have the same goal, I think. All right, let's
Yes.
now get involved more in the field. And tell us a little bit, why did you enroll in the nonprofit professional certificate?
So as I already told you, I have many years working in the nonprofit field in um, different parts of the services that we provide, right? Mental health has been the bulk of my career, but I've also worked for Goodwill Industries of Central Florida, Salvation Army, like I mentioned before, Boys and Girls Club. So I've seen the different aspects of the nonprofit management world in at these different organizations. And with that experience, I wanted to sort of like seal my experience with an educational piece. And I was looking for that opportunity to find something that will certify my experience, for the lack of better words, of what I already know, just strengthened and expand my knowledge and enhance the information that I had worked for so many years. And that's why when this program came across, and at that time I was working at Goodwill, um, it was given to us as an opportunity for professional development, and I took it. I didn't think twice. That's what I was looking for, something to just enhance and put a seal on the experience that I had already acquired.
Awesome. And then related on that field, so we were reading about your bio. So thank you for sharing that with us. And we want to
Absolutely.
know your role right now, because we know that you have a high role in terms of decision making. So what will be the challenge for you in your role as a vice president and of operation?
So one of the biggest challenge right now is to grow myself into becoming the CEO of the organization that I'm currently working at. My current CEO brought me over to this organization as a succession plan. So eventually that would be a role that I would take on. So it's learning a lot of the ins and outs of the organization, the community. There's a lot of advocacy that we do at this organization, and it's a little bit political in nature as well. So it's all those aspects that I have to start learning, not just the administration, not just behind the desk type of things, and that I think will be one of the challenges, but it will be definitely something that I'm looking forward to, because I continue to grow and learn from the organization, from the CEO, as she mentors me. And with this program, it was wonderful because it just aligned with the path that I'm taking on today.
I was hoping for you to pause right there, because here comes the next question. And I think everything in terms of the profession has so many challenges, and more in the nonprofit sector, right? So
Correct.
now that you have finished the nonprofit certificate, what do you think that the certificate has helped you with these challenges that you have in your role and the upcoming ones as well?
So it definitely gave me a lot of other information that I did not know. As I told you before, I worked in the administrative side of things in the nonprofit management world, but there's certain areas that I didn't touch before, sort of like the marketing and the development piece of the nonprofit world, um, board development. Those are the other pieces of that, the nonprofit that can be a little challenging. And with the certification, it helped me better understand how those processes worked. I had a very good idea, but when it comes to the marketing and development of the organization, that's the side I had never actually worked on before. And with this certification, I actually had good knowledge that now I could put in practice.
Thank you so much, Lisette. And why would you recommend the people in the nonprofit sector to take the certificate? And if there's any specific module you think people should be focusing on when they're taking it, what would be?
So I highly encourage, and I actually have one of my ex-coworkers doing it right now, going through the certification program. So she is actually reaching out to me, asking questions and for support. So I have encouraged a lot of people to do this program if they want to continue in the nonprofit world and management field, because it definitely helps you understand a lot of the, like I said, the bits and pieces that are together compose a nonprofit organization, right? And how important not just running a program is, but also understanding the board development, the leadership roles, the budgeting, the financials part of behind a nonprofit organization. And even though it's a nonprofit, you still have to look at it sort of like a business in order to succeed. So I highly do encourage people that are in this field and want to expand their knowledge in nonprofit to take the certification because it's really, really helpful. I am even thinking about doing the advanced certification, the certificate that they are offering as well. So I'm thinking of getting that as well. And in terms of the modules, one that I liked the most was the last one because it talks about innovation. And that's one of the things that nonprofit organizations need to realize that it's okay that we continue to provide the services, that we stick to our missions, but we have to do it on what today's age looks like. You know, we have to, I have gone through nonprofit organizations in today's age where they're still filing paper files, you know, and it's like we need to innovate. We need to come to what today's age is providing us in terms of technology and information and expand in that sense doesn't mean that we're changing the mission or changing the type of services that we're offering, but we're actually taking the tools to do it in a better way, in a more broad way, and to reach out not just to a specific type of population. There's a lot of young individuals out there that want to get involved. So that last module, I think, is really important for everybody to really key in to better understand how important innovation is for today's nonprofit organizations.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with you. And I think the young population that we want to reach out is always in the other field where we are currently. Like they're always in the media. So that's where we have to go. So just
Yes, absolutely.
yes, just to finish, because I know you're a busy woman, so I don't want to take a lot of your time, but if there's any line of encouragement um, you would like to share with the nonprofit sector, with those individuals that are professional, what would that be?
So I would do a general statement just for any professional person out there in the world, not just in the nonprofit field, but in any field. Don't stop yourself. And remember that we are every day learning. Every day we learn something new. You never stop learning. I know that there's a lot of leaders out there that think they know it all, and that is really detrimental to an organization that hurts the organization's dynamic and culture. And no, we don't know it all. We are learning every single day. So don't stop, continue. Don't let anybody tell you you can't.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Lisette, for your time. We will make sure to share these words and hopefully will inspire others to join us with a certificate. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me here today. It's really, really important for me. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Seth. I do have a quick question, I guess, and perhaps you answered it already, but do you think the certificate has helped you to move or to get a better job? I remember that you were in another organization when you started it, so I don't know if the certificate has helped you at all in getting a better employment or better job opportunity for you.
So I had actually moved on to this position in between taking the certification, but it has helped me getting on to the new position because there's other things that I see here as a vice president of operations that I didn't used to in the past. So it definitely helped me understand all those aspects. As I was going onboarding into a new role, I was also learning at the same time through the certification process. And my ultimate goal at the end of the day is to do my own consulting company for nonprofit organizations. So this was definitely critical for that career goal that I have.